Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to draft a 720 degrees flare. So if you're interested in this kind of content, please go ahead and hit on the subscribe button, and also please turn on notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be first to get notified. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys the drafting, how to draft, how to do the calculations. In my next video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to go ahead and stitch this. So I decided to show you guys this video so you know exactly what we are working on, and in my next tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to go about the stitching and all that. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. Okay,
I hear the beat, it's in my chest, got me feeling some kind of way.
so guys, these are the materials I'll be working with, as you all know. So right now I have my pattern paper here, and I also have this paper here you are seeing on the ground here, because I'm actually using the floor for this. Like I told you guys, I'm going to try as much as possible to get a table before the end of this year. So I have this paper here. We are going to be using this paper for the calculation. So before we go into the drafting, let me show you guys how to draft or calculate this. Okay, so for a 360 degrees flare, if you are making a 360 degrees flare, you are to divide your round waist by 4. So for instance, let's use my round waist for example. So my round waist is 32 inches. So 32 inches, you're going to divide this by 4. So that's divided by 4 will give me 8 inches. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8 inches here, like this. So right now, after that, if you are making a 720 degrees flare, which is what we are going to be working on today. If you're making a 720 degrees flare, you need to divide your round waist by 8. So 32 divided by 8. You need to divide it by 8 here. 32 divided by 8 will give me 4 inches. So 32 here divided by 8 is 4 inches here. So now, if you are working with a 720 degrees flare, this should be your radius. I don't know if they call that radius. So let's go ahead and calculate this again. 720 degrees flare, you are to divide your round waist by 8. So for me it's 32, and that divided by 8 is 4 inches for me. So when you divide yours, whatever you get, go ahead and make use of that. So right now we are going to be using this 4 inches as the radius. I don't know if it's called radius, but I think it's something similar to that. So this is 360 degrees flare. And remember, we had 8 inches. So for a 720 degrees flare, we are having 4 inches after this calculation. So that's what we are going to be working on, because what we are actually trying to do right now is a 720 degrees flare. So if you are making a 360 degrees flare, you need to divide your waist by 4. And whatever you get, go ahead and use it. So right now, I'm going to show you guys how to first fold your fabric or your paper. So if you are working on your fabric, I'm going to show you how to fold it. So this is the materials I'm going to be using. Of course, you guys know tape and all that. So right now is a pattern paper I'll be using to share with you guys. So right now, I'll first of all open it up this way, and then I'll fold it like this into 2 like this, and after then fold it again this way. Let me go ahead and open this up so that you see what I did. So first of all, I went ahead to open it up this way. Right now it's opened, and then I'm going to now go ahead and fold it again. So this time it's now a fold into 2, and once you're through with that, go ahead and fold it again this way. So if you are making use of your fabric, this is how to fold it too. So remember, this part is open and this other side here is closed. There's no open edge on this other side. So if you are working on your fabric, go ahead and fold it this way. So this is how you should fold your fabric. I hope you understand. So right now, the next thing we are going to do, remember this part here is folded, so there is no open here. That is where you should take all your measurements from. So right now, remember when we calculated the 720 degrees flare, we had 4 inches here after the calculation. So that's the 4 inches I'm going to be working with right now. So right now, This is the 4 inches, so I'll be adding half inch to this because you need stitching allowance. So whatever you get, go ahead and add half inch to it. So right now I'll be using this 4 inches, and please note how I'm going to place my tape. So you need to curve your tape this way, curve your tape this way like this, and wherever you get your measurements, go ahead and mark it. So for me, since we are working with 4.5 inch, I'm going to curve it this way to wherever I get 4.5 inch, and then I'll just go ahead and make a point there. So once you're through with that, you will need to calculate measure from the top here to where you marked that 4.5 inch. So whatever you get, you're going to use it to make a round circle. So right now, let me just go ahead and do this again. So I said you need to fold your tape this way like this to wherever you get your measurement. So for me, since we are working with 4.5 inches, I'm going to fold it this way. Try as much as possible to get the measurements we are working on. So mine is 4.5. Don't forget. So wherever I get 4.5, I will just make a point there. And once you're through, measure from the top here to where you marked that point, and whatever you get, use it to make a round circle. So I had about 2.5. I will just use that to make like a round circle here. This is just to enable me get a round circle. So I'll just use it for this circle round. And after then, go ahead and join all the dots you made earlier. Just go ahead and connect all of them. Once you are through, make sure that you take the measurement to be sure if where you actually marked is where your I just hope you understand. So I'll just go ahead and connect it this way into a straight line. Just make sure you connect it like this. So right now I'll just use my tape and then try to measure this again just to be sure if what we marked is it's what I my 4.5 inch, if it's accurate. So I'll just measure it like this. So just take your time when doing this. Make sure you don't rush yourself because this requires your time and patience. So once you're through with that, go ahead and then connect it. So let me use my marker here to make this bold enough so that you can see. So I'll just make this bold like this. So now after you're done with that, the next thing now is to take the length of your peplum, like where you want it to be. So for me, I'll place my tape and come down to 8 inches. I want mine to be 8 inches long. So you can decide to make yours 7, 6, 10. But I think if it's too long, I don't know. You can decide to make yours any length of your choice. So after marking that 8 inches, I went down by half inch again. So altogether, I will be marking 8.5 inch. Okay, so I will just try and make this, try to curve it like a circle, just like we did at the top here. So make sure you are placing your tape from the top, from where you mark the first line. Make sure you are placing your tape there. Take it round till you get to the other side. Just look at what I'm doing here. Please, when you are doing this, just make sure that you are very, very, like, don't rush it. Just take your time, okay? So I will just go ahead and mark all of this line.
I step up to the mic, gonna make it swing. Feel the rhythm in your bones, let the music sing. Got that poppin' beat, gonna make you move. Dancing on the floor in the swinging groove. Clap your hands now, let the trumpets sound. Swinging to the left and swinging to the right. No room for worries, just let go and be free. When the swinging pop, come and join the spree. Swinging melodies, taking us high. Feel the rhythm, yeah, it's gonna make us fly. Can you hear the swing? Can you feel the pop? Let's get the party started, yeah. Don't you
guys, once you're through with that, go ahead and connect all the dots you made. Just go ahead and connect all of them to a circle. So I felt this pencil is not really doing justice to this. I'm going to now use my marker pen to make this very bold so that you that is watching can actually see this clearly. So this is me trying to connect all the points I made just to get the curved we need for this particular project. So just go ahead and connect it just like what I'm doing here. I'll just try as much as possible to connect this until it gets to the top of this other part here, just like this. So once you're through with that, the next thing you have to do is to go ahead and cut it out. So to do that, I'm going to use my scissors now to just cut this out. So when you're cutting this out, make sure you cut exactly on the lines you marked earlier, just like this. Okay, so this is what I had after I was done cutting this out, as you can see. So right now I'll just go ahead and open this up so that you can see how it looks when you open it up. So this is it here. It's a full circle. So it's a full circle, and right now this is like a 360 degrees flay. So if you are making a 720 degrees flay, you need to cut two of these. So you are to cut two of these. This is it here. This is how it looks. Make sure you cut two. If you are cutting on your fabric, cut two for a 720 degrees flay. Please don't forget, you are to cut two. So in my next video, I need to show you guys how to go about the stitching, how to stitch this, how to cut that and all that, just to get what you saw in the beginning of this video. So if you find this interesting, please go ahead and hit on the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, okay? If you love my content, please go ahead and subscribe. Please make sure you always engage on the video so that you'll be seeing more of this, okay? I just felt I should show you guys how to go about this. For you who have been looking up for this is the video. This is how to go about this, okay? So I'll be showing you guys how to stitch and all that. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.